Yo. Welcome to the Sunday Soul Show here on Support District Radio, My Radio Phoenix, My Radio Chicago. It's your boy, it's your host, Big Baby, along with our other host, DJ Private is in the house, and I'm wearing here. Son of 602. What's up? And on the ones and twos, we got DJ Unique in the house.
We got Amana in the building too, and Mana in the building.
Mana in the house. Hey.
I smell tamales. I said Mana's here.
Yo, we gonna hit y'all with some of this music, man. But when we come back, man, we got some special guests in the building. We got my friends Shay and Duke Simpson in the house, gonna break it down for us on the roads of marriage and the relationship. We're gonna ask some difficult questions when we get back.
Wait for this.
We are ready for this. We've been waiting on this. So it's your boy Big Baby and DJ Private on the Sunday Soul Show. Hit us, Unique.
That was my daddy. Rolling Stone. Yeah. They want to post caller number 2.
Oh.
I didn't get a chance to.
I don't even know the number.
623.
I'm gonna need you to write it down.
All right, man. One more than one. 2, 1, 2. Oh, hold on. Yeah. What's up, y'all? This your boy DJ Private. It's the Sunday Soul Show. We got in the building with us one of the Bird Gang's hottest DJs, y'all. DJ Unique on the 1s and 2s. We got Serta 602, the T-shirt in the building. We got Big Baby. I'm sorry, Mr. Tyrone, right in the building. We also got some special guests in the building. We got Shay and Duke Simpson. Cause it's solid. That's all right. I had to do it, man. I just had to do it. If you want to call and ask questions, want to get into the interview, man, call 623-332-0175. Like I said, it's a Sunday Soul Show right here on Sport District Radio. My Radio Phoenix, my Radio Chicago.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right.
So we go to the interview, Big Baby.
Yo, yeah. So yeah.
He's saying go into this interview like a box of donuts.
Not anymore, man. Like one donut at a time. Y'all gonna keep talking about me, okay?
That was a box of fruit.
It's from 12 to 3 donuts.
Yeah, he had a shirt that said WW. We thought it was like West Side. He said, no, that's Weight Watchers.
DJ Private is back. I mean, he got jokes. Okay. Man, hey, thanks for tuning in, man. Hey, so today on the show, man, it's a marriage takeover, man, and I thought why not bring in the people that's been married, been together for about 16 years, right?
Wow.
My friends Shay and Duke Simpson are in the house. Make some noise, y'all.
All right. Woo-hoo.
Man, I just gotta say, that name Duke is dope, bro.
Right?
Okay, my name's Paul.
It sounds strong, don't
Paul,
it?
I mean,
What's his name? Duke.
Duke. Hey, what's his name? Hey, Duke. What's his last name? Simpson? Really? That's Hart? Man. Now look at you. That's Hart?
Man.
Wow.
But y'all have been together 16.
14 years.
14 years. They've been married for
almost 7 years. April next year.
April next year. Wow.
and you don't find that nowadays.
Yeah, you really
That
don't.
does not even exist nowadays. Can you please start off how you guys met?
Yeah.
I want to know that.
That's how I want to know.
Start.
He went to West Side Window.
He's at the club and
What happened?
His valet park.
It gets
My bad.
worse than that. We met at McDonald's.
Oh, Lord.
They
shared that Big Mac.
You whatever you want,
I
baby.
was working there and he was ordering there.
Oh.
Okay, you were working and he was ordering.
Yep.
Okay.
Talk about supersized fries. Hey.
Okay.
Wow.
How did that conversation come about? Like he went to
He
the order
actually
and...
applied so that he could try to get to know.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Honestly.
Wait a minute, so you applied for the job?
Yep.
Okay, so you were trying to wait a minute. So you were
Damn,
trying
you
to
still
work-
holding at him?
Wait a minute, you were trying to work so you can get next to her. Yeah. Wow.
So
That's
tell
new.
me,
That's what
were
we'll
you
say.
thinking when you saw her? Like, what, like, dang,
She
I
was
really want to get to know
beautiful.
her. Okay.
In my
And her
McDonald's
attitude, her
outfit.
energy,
Yeah.
it was just on point.
Okay. And what came about to
And
where
there was
you
a
were?
now hiring sign. I saw it. I was like, yeah.
He said, I gotta apply for that.
On the hiring side.
And what made you want to be like, okay, let me see what he's about? Like, how did you guys start talking?
Yeah, right. No, he's funny. So after that, like we, became friends, things of that sort.
Yeah.
So we hung out for quite some time before we actually started dating.
That's
So
good.
yeah,
Yeah, it's different. Like if a dude try to holler at a girl at McDonald's that worked there, but if I try to holler at a girl in my McDonald's uniform, like they gonna be like, "Well, you broke, dog."
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this dude had game. I mean, because he going in for a job.
Right.
Yeah.
First of all, he's telling you, girl, I ain't got nothing right now. I mean, I got my bus pass. I got to hurry for the next 30 minutes. The next bus is coming by.
And were you a manager? Or were you a crew
yeah, I
member?
was a man.
Oh, that's what.
Man.
See, and the way that I look at it is that he was trying real hard to be able to get with you, and that shows something, right?
Yeah.
Like that shows that he was. Yeah, that's.
He's dedicated.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Man.
So I was trying to get it in
Did
the
you-
freezer.
Wow.
He a go-getter.
Okay, so that's what happens at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why the shake machine ain't
Oh, okay, you're right.
All the ice cream
Wow.
melted.
Oh, that's funny.
Look, so my question is, my question is, were you already working at the time, or were you just living? No, I'm talking. Dude, were you? So you just wanted to get a job just to? That's deep.
Wow.
Man.
See,
Yeah.
now
Wow.
that's something there.
There it is right there.
And 14 years, 15 years later,
Yep.
you guys have kids?
Yep, just one so far.
Okay.
Yep, she just turned 13.
Oh, hey.
That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks or last week, huh?
Big deal,
Yep.
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 So y'all been married for
7 years almost.
7 years,
6
but
and a
y'all
half
been
years.
together for 14.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it wait? And I'm gonna get deep with this. Why did it take so long to get married?
Right.
Well, it was the fact of a prison sentence that happened in our relationship.
I didn't
as
want to
well.
get. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay.
Hey,
Hey.
we gotta know.
Hey,
It's open there.
Just say man, get
We're off the hook here.
We can't be like, okay, let's just play
Yeah,
this.
just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
let's pass that. You know, it's the
Let's
we
be
gotta
real.
Okay, hey,
Oh.
okay, okay. So
Yeah, he
and
killed the
you
fry
waited.
cook.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
you don't find
7 years.
7 years.
7
Wow.
Then you knew that she was the one. Then
Yeah.
for somebody to wait that long.
Okay,
Now-
so you waited 7 years. Or who?
Oh, I did while he was locked
Okay,
up.
okay.
Took
Oh, you
care
thought
of
she
him the
was
whole
like-
time.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
saying.
mean-
Oh, we're
outside.
see. Big
Yeah,
man.
did it all.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's love.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
what really
love.
moved to Arizona.
Okay.
'Cause we're from Idaho, so it triggered a move to Arizona so that we could like start fresh and just do everything a little bit different than we did while we lived there.
Very good.
So
Very good. I
See,
did
that's
that.
awesome.
Now,
Mhm.
you were you about to go? Were you about to say something?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, because for the people that are listening and not watching, these are a multiracial couple. Okay.
yeah, buddy.
So
Why you gotta bring that up, man?
now it's not it's not so.
It don't matter if
I
you're-
mean, you see these nowadays, but have you guys had any struggles when it came to that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yep, definitely like just from being from Idaho alone, it's one of the issues. So yeah, we've definitely experienced it in our relationship on both sides. So.
Really,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how do you guys handle that? Like under that
It's
pressure?
funny.
Yeah,
It's funny
we
to
I
you.
think it's
It's
funny.
really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just take it as a joke because
Yeah.
it's like it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Come on
it
now,
is.
we're 2019.
Like who's dealing?
Like get over it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
This
love
day and
is
age,
love,
like,
regardless.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly.
See, like my grandma always told me, there's one disease a man never cures: ignorance.
That's
There you
You
go.
feel me?
Yes, it's
We can
not
cure
our
cancer,
fault.
we can
Yeah.
cure
Yeah.
whatever we want, but
That's
ignorance,
real.
one thing we can't
Exactly.
cure.
Can't cure.
I don't care how much education in the world, you still got ignorant folks out there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
In the very beginning, it used to get to him a lot, and he
Yeah.
wanted to like try to fight it with anger and all
Yeah,
sorts of stuff.
yeah.
But took a lot of humbling on both sides. To be
Yeah,
like,
it
it just
did.
doesn't matter.
Right.
Like,
And how do your families get along? Do you guys get along with the families and the in-laws?
Well, my family's racist.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, let's get into this.
yeah.
I mean, so how does that work? With now you have a child.
Mhm.
yeah.
How does that? I mean, do you talk to them at all? Do
I
you-
thank God that they gave me life, but they didn't raise me.
Okay.
Yeah, and in
So-
this day and age, like now that we're older and been together for so long, they kind of it's just accepting now.
Okay.
But in the very beginning, it wasn't that easy.
That's why I go to that. You're never. I mean, you're not a product of your environment.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it don't matter
Mhm.
what household you're raised in. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with your life, right?
Yes.
And look, he saw you,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and that was it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't worried about not
Why?
borrowing a tractor no more or anything like that. He's like, look,
My husband's so stubborn, so I think it was the fact that they kept saying no, 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 which is why he was like, well, let me see
Exactly.
what that's about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, there it is, man. I mean, so let's move off. I want to stay on this this racial thing, this multiracial thing. Now, do you see any differences, or have you come across any differences in your own relationship, such as like certain things that she may do that you don't do, or some things that you do and like
Right.
that she don't do and like things like that? Has
Which
that
is
come?
any
I mean, because there's a such thing as black culture, there's a such
Yeah.
thing as white culture. She
Yeah.
may like she may watch Martin, you may watch Home Improvement. You know what I'm saying?
there we go with the chicken.
I'm saying though. I mean, did you have to learn how to fry chicken? And did you,
He likes it baked. She likes it fried.
you know, stuff like that. I
I
mean,
actually learned how to fry chicken.
okay, that's my man right there. He learned.
Okay.
He went to prison, man. He was one of the best ramen noodles we ever had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There definitely are like cultural differences, but we found a way to embrace them. Like there's stereotypes about everything, and there's a lot of people in life who choose to be offended by those stereotypes, and we just choose to accept that they came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's
Yeah.
often times where there's things that happen, he does, and I'm like, white people.
or you hear the gunshots and he runs towards you, runs away. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Listen to your wife. Take off. Duck and dodge, duck
I
and
gotta
dodge.
ask, what was your favorite food? Like, as far as, like, does your family have, like, functions, you know, like on holidays, like, where you get together?
not
No? Okay.
really, no.
What's your favorite meal that she cooks? And then vice versa.
Be careful.
McDonald's.
Right?
Them French fries are on point.
She makes really good breakfast.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
I can
Like-
slice
like
some
with
breakfast,
grits?
right?
Grits and
Oh,
cheese.
grits I
egg.
can do. You know, oatmeal, no.
Wow.
So you're
I'm
saying
just
you're
kidding.
not really the cook? Is that
No,
what it is?
I can cook, but I prefer not to because I feel like he's the better cook. So when he got home from prison, you know, we got him in the kitchen. That used to be like a couple thing we did together to help bond
Aw,
each other
mhm.
again, you know what I mean? And then he got in there and started showing me up, and I'm like,
Okay.
wow, I'm not
What's
eating
your favorite meal that he cooks?
Oh
Like,
my, his fried chicken, like I swear,
Wow.
yes, this man can fry up some chicken. Oh,
there you go.
Yes, yep, he's really good at it. However, though, with him cooking, it looks like he goes in there and a bomb goes off.
Oh, yeah.
He comes out with some
Uh-huh.
bomb food, but it's like, how did you get that on the ceiling?
Right?
Put his foot in it, man. Put his foot in it.
Wow.
Come on.
Man, I'm so glad y'all came, man. So look, let's get down to the nitty gritty. All right. So what is the dumbest argument you guys have ever gotten into?
Oh God.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty.
Hey, there's a lot.
You know,
The Pringles.
the Pringles.
Pringles.
What happened with the Pringles?
She left the Pringles on the floor.
Oh,
What,
no.
like in
Oh.
the can or
Yeah,
they
in
were out of
the
the
can.
can? Oh,
No,
okay.
in the can.
That's sacrilege, man.
And she fell asleep. And I had the munchies. So
Oh
I
my
ate the
God.
Pringles.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I was gonna get divorce papers.
Oh my God.
Were the Pringles that deep? Was it that serious?
Oh my God. He eats up everything.
Oh, okay.
He hungry.
So, right.
You're
So-
hungry,
And he
right?
was like, you forfeited them. You were just
Oh, you're so
I was like, I
fierce.
just wanted my honey mustard Pringles.
Wow.
Wow.
Right, she
Yeah,
bought
so
those
like
especially for
literally.
her, and you woke up
Exactly.
and
Out of all the things you could have ate, my
Right.
Pringles.
you ain't even go buy her another can of Pringles, bro.
I
Like,
didn't sneak off like that.
Hey, so now you know for your next anniversary, instead of whipped cream and all, just
Exactly.
sprinkles on you.
Some Pringles.
Eat everything.
So I gotta ask, like, throughout the 7 years, you know, I'm sure there were like some moments where you're like, dang, do I really want to do this? Do I like, what advice, I guess, can you give someone that's kind of going through that? How can you get through it? How can you get through that situation? What made you guys stronger?
Our commitment.
Okay.
We both believe in marriage, like in marriage lasting forever.
And
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
having to quit on it.
It ain't a piece of paper in a contract,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not just a piece of paper. It's
That's
like
right.
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I really believe like he's my soulmate. So like I always think of all the things that could be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know that is not present in the one that I'm currently in, and that scares me more than anything else because at the end of the day it's not that bad. So a lot of people always think like the grass is greener on the other side, and I'm a true believer it's because it's astroturf.
Yeah.
So
There
you
you
definitely
go.
have to work on your own grass all the time. So
Definitely,
Mhm.
especially in a marriage like
Yeah.
that's. I feel like communication is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You know,
honesty.
so yeah.
Honesty's the
and
biggest
keeping
thing.
people out, that's
Oh
another
yeah.
one we
In
do.
another.
As the moment you let people feel like they're welcome in your relationship, it's just that right there. So we don't listen to anything that happens outside of the relationship. We're
Yeah.
each other's best friend, so we definitely keep things close as well.
What do you guys do like for fun? Like, do you guys
We do
have
everything
friends together
together.
where you guys hang out? What's something you guys do as a couple? Do you go out with other couples?
Tell 'em.
We go shoot guns.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
a lot of date nights. We have a lot of party nights. We have a lot of us nights.
Yeah.
So, and then we keep things real close with our mom, or well, my mom and our daughter. So we include them on occasional dates and things of that sort.
Mhm.
But we do it all. We're each other's best friends. We do everything together besides go to work. So.
Right.
Yeah, there's occasional times he'll sneak off with, a friend to go have a drink at the bar, or I'll go hang out with a friend at the movie. But other than that, like, we hang out.
It's a
Are,
Right.
All the
are
time.
either of you like a jealous type?
Both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Gotta be.
Alright.
If jealousy doesn't exist, you don't care.
Uh-huh. So if you like, she wants to go out with her friends, that's a problem, or is it like
Absolutely.
as long as there's no guys involved? Like if she had like a guy
Even if there
friend.
is guys,
It's just communication.
no
It's
guy
just-
friends.
Okay, no guy friends.
No
Okay,
single
that's a
guy
great.
friend.
Wait,
Okay.
that is a great. I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that because
Yeah.
I mean there is there's a stigma out there that people can't be friends with the opposite sex. You guys actually do you believe in
Yeah,
that?
I believe that. Yes, we are not allowed to have well, that's like my cousin, that's like my brother. There's nothing like that. We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
each other
I
as
can
friends
understand
because
that.
it comes from somewhere, so no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I love
that's
that.
another thing that we respect in the relationship. We have couple friends, and we don't have friends of the opposite sex. There's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
no reason for that.
Okay.
You don't hug.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We are
Right.
we are definitely
Okay.
the type to get on the
I was-
matrix on you.
I was saying, I'm like,
I'm like,
private.
that's a different story
Yeah.
with DJ.
I'm
You know what
a
I
DJ.
mean? They gotta-
I was raised by all women, so literally I got friends from I'm talking about when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That they grew up strippers and stuff like that, but my wife knows it. They're like sisters to me.
Right.
You know, that's one thing is we hug each other all the time. We hey,
Yeah.
we go to lunch and
Probably
stuff
always
like that.
hugging someone.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, because that's the way I was raised. I mean,
Service
it's
hugs,
just
okay. Customer service hugs, but
You
no.
mean the
No,
church hug when you
Yeah,
and your
I'm a
man
church
out?
see,
Yeah, okay.
like my wife knows is, you know, out of everything, who do I go home with every night? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Who am I with all the time?
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't disrespect her like I said, hug when I'm by myself. But when she's with me, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's just things we do, like her. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like my wife, she's
cute.
black. You know, I'm mixed. I'm Spanish, black, and Italian and Irish. But I'm mixed. But I mean, you know,
That's right, different.
yeah, it's just, you know, because
they're Irish.
I was raised on a farm, and then we moved to LA, you know, West LA, raised there and stuff like that. But my grandma always taught me to be a hugger, you know what I mean? And it's just, hey, so where we go, it's like whatever you do. If people see me on the street, hey, private,
It's
bam,
just
bam, bam, you know?
respecting, yeah.
But it's not like, you know, hey, no.
I think
Yeah,
culturally, for different cultures, like it's a respecting. Like,
Yeah.
you know, for me, I guess Mexican American, you know, that's like, you give them a hug because that's like respect kind of a type of thing.
Yeah, because I'm like this too. Whenever
yeah.
like dudes like check out my wife, you know,
Oh,
instead of
yeah, we
no, I'm
love
just saying
that.
instead of going all, I'm like, you know what? It makes me feel good because I'm like, you know what?
It really does.
It's like having that sports car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're gonna keep it in your garage all the time,
Right.
they ain't no use for it. But you out there driving, and people are like, damn, look at that, you know.
Right.
And they give you compliments.
Yeah.
As long as they ain't touching it,
Right.
I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah.
we love the
You know,
compliments. He
love-
can get hit
yeah.
on all the time because that makes me feel good. That boosts his confidence. We're okay with that. Like someone
Although
random
we're
walks up
jealous,
and like,
we trust.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you walking around with
Gotcha.
somebody,
Yeah.
nobody looking at them. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You like, I'm a DJ. I mean, I'm like, I'm all over the place. And if they know dudes like looking at my wife, I'm like, damn, what's wrong? You know?
yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
So-
He'll let you get a couple peeks in, but you stare too much.
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
Yeah, then there's a
that's
problem.
point of
You
disrespect.
can't be like the
but-
neighbor and, you know, what's that?
Right?
Right. Right.
What's that was? The mechanic, the Full House we were talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all looking all you can't be like that, but I'm just saying, you know, you're like, hey, damn, man.
Yeah.
Dude must got something, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So, yeah, 'cause I find stuff like that, like I said, a compliment, you know what I
It
mean?
is
To me.
a very fine line, like the husband said, of trust
Yeah.
and jealousy.
Trust and
Yeah.
jealousy.
But see, all that's at home, though. I mean, because
Yeah.
if you don't have the trust at home and all that, it don't matter what you do, where you go, it's not going to be there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So with
I
the
agree.
trust and jealousy, I mean, is there even privacy?
Yes. I
Yeah.
would say yes. Well, we've been together so long, like, I don't really know what that is.
You don't know
Yeah,
what
so you're
privacy
used
is.
to being around
Yeah,
him.
we're just used to being around each other, and he is my best friend. Anything important happens, the first person I notify, like, that's because I want to, you know,
Right.
so it's natural this way. I don't know.
It's like telling yourself, basically. 'Cause,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
you
you-
know,
We
go-
share each other's passwords, like, on our phones and stuff.
Ooh.
I was about to
However,
ask that. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
We got fingerprints.
We got
on each
fingerprints,
phone.
and we don't.
Look.
Okay,
you know,
see
there's
that?
nothing
Look,
on
look,
there,
look.
so.
You got-
I ain't got no codes. My wife knows I ain't got no codes on my phone.
See, I think if you have to get to that point, and this
Man.
is just my opinion, there's trust issues, and it shouldn't even be that
We
way.
didn't get to that point. We started there.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was just like a thing, and always like there's nothing ever on my phone for me
Right.
to have it all locked up tight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you forgot your phone at home, use mine for the day.
Right.
It's always just been that open with
Yeah,
us.
so call come through, answer it.
Right.
I mean, might be a
Yeah.
good collector town. We ain't got it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm different then because like even with my wife, I won't even go through her purse. Like she'll be like, "Hey,
Now,
can I
the purse is very sacred.
It is right, right.
Yeah, I never look at my wife's purse.
She asked me to bring her something from her purse. I bring up the whole purse. Yeah.
You might get cut when you're handing there. I mean, get a switchblade. Yeah. Get a switchblade in there and hot
You know
comb.
what's in there, man? A purse is a box.
Hot comb in there. What?
Like,
Turn it on. Damn. I'm just saying.
Like, I mean, but that's the way I am. I mean, like,
Where that you all
her phone will be ringing and she'll be all the way in the room. I was like, "Babe, your phone is ringing.
No, I
Who
can't.
is it? I don't know."
I can't do that, man. I'm like, hello.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he
That
picks
is
and
too
chooses.
funny.
There's no standard on that one either. Sometimes he's like, "Hey," and other times he's like, "Hello, oh, babe, it's for you."
if it's her job, you know, 'cause I know her
Yeah.
job numbers,
Yeah.
then I'll be like, okay, here, babe. I'll walk
Right.
it to her, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if it's like, you know, I see Kenfolk family or whatever,
Right.
or a number, I don't, hey, what's up?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
how you
Who
doing?
is this?
Yeah. Can I
Who
help you?
is this?
Or I'll mess around and answer in Spanish. See? Hola, ¿cómo está? You know, I'll mess around.
And see, that's why I don't even pick up the phone. I did that one time, and dude was like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Who is this? You call my wife's phone." It was nobody. It was- but I was
That's
like,
too
man.
funny.
So yeah, that's why I don't even pick up the phone anymore. Like I don't even want to go get into that situation.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
And I want to know, like, do you get along with her mom, and how is that relationship
Oh,
between
me and
you
her
and
mom
her?
are tight.
Oh, see, that's
I
beautiful.
love her mom.
He makes bomb ass chicken, man. Come on. How can you not be tight with mom?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
always good.
Yeah,
And you're
she's-
very close with your mom too. Like
yes,
you guys
she lives with us. We take care of her.
Aw.
That's dope.
Yeah, so yep, it's just us. And
Oh, y'all close.
are. Yes, very.
Yeah, yep. So
Okay.
yeah, she's super supportive.
You have a daughter.
Yep.
How old is she?
She's 13. She's
13. Teenager now.
Shotgun weather.
Jesus.
God.
So that means she get ready to graduate 8th grade, or she's a
Yep.
freshman, one of those.
Yep, she's about to, well, she just started the 8th grade.
Started
So
8th. Wow. You ready for that, man?
No.
You're never ready for that.
Show ain't, man.
No.
Show ain't, man. For real, for real.
yeah.
And what do you teach your daughter now? Like, you know, like, what do you give her any advice about, like, if anything goes on with you, like, as far as, like, the racial aspect, like, do you give her any advice towards
Yeah,
that?
like the hands up
Right.
movement and, you know.
No.
Okay.
Honestly, no. We just teach her to stand up for herself. Don't
There
settle
you
for
go.
less. Like that
And
covers.
always stay committed.
Yeah.
To what
yeah.
you do, you got to do the best.
She's gonna find out on her own what all
Yeah.
that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So the more you fill her head up, because I mean, you got both sides.
You
Right.
don't
You
want
got
to scare her. About
yeah, you got
Yeah.
Caucasian side, you got the African American side, so you can't really because somebody's gonna talk a little more sway. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't do that. You gotta let her find that stuff on her own.
Yeah, and we definitely tell her to embrace all of her sides of everything because you know, like she has a unique blessing to be
Right.
so intertwined in life. So
Yeah.
yeah, but that's we don't take it
Definitely.
too much for her. I feel like if you don't put those seeds, you know,
Exactly.
they don't fester.
And I just say that because kids nowadays in school are cruel.
So
Yeah,
they really are.
Arizona is so
It-
diverse.
yes.
So.
Yeah.
And you know, so you get that every once in a while on the news. Like it's like, you know, kids nowadays are just like God bless them because they're just so cruel and
They
they can
know
be so
too much.
mean.
Well, they
Yes.
learn that.
Yes.
You know, the internet age, man. It's just you know, you see stuff on there, and you could be sitting there talking about yourself, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's me. But you're talking about yourself because you've seen it on the internet. Everybody thinks
Right.
it's the thing to do.
Yeah.
But yet you're like, man, you realize you're downgrading yourself?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're mixed. What you doing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like, you know, the kids nowadays, they just get so confused because they're so tied to TVs, computers, cell phones, and all that. They don't really have an opportunity, like, you know, like, I'm pretty sure y'all have sit downs to talk about stuff and family and lunch and dinner, stuff like that.
We have dinner every night.
See, that's
Oh.
that's the bond that, you know, that the kids, the glue together. I mean, it's the glue that keeps the family together because a lot of kids be on the couch or on the
Yep.
floor or in their
Yep.
rooms. You can't do that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see that too often.
Exactly.
You don't. You
That's
really,
dope.
really don't.
That's
You want to
dope.
go to?
And on that note, we're gonna go on break.
Quick break.
We're gonna take a quick break, man. It's your boy Big Baby, DJ Private in the house.
We got the Simpsons in the building.
We got the Simpsons in the building. Sir, the six-
Maggie!
Thank you.
Get that out of your mouth.
Hey, DJ Unique, take us out, man, on 1, 2.
All right.
How's it going?
Too many questions? Hopefully we can get the phone line, like if they want advice from them.
Yeah.
Got questions? Put them down. That's all Mary questions you want to ask. How that works? We'll find out who's listening.
So 44 customers, I accidentally already notified that they had meal subs that didn't exist.
And accommodate.
And on Accommodate 100.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that happened today. So, yeah, it's just something to do that. Meal subs on roller coasters. Like, and then some of the meal subs on the East Coast, they advised us meal subs and they wanted to get emails. Just to send us spreadsheets for the year, advising that they can cancel the orders instead.
From a city where no TV is shown, and everybody wanna be when they grow. Same song in my head as it is in years. They seeing real niggas to the beat, what's going
And
on?
hopefully those are some of the other things that I can fix while I'm there. It'll be my third time this year. That's crazy.
Coming from a city where no TV is shown, and everybody wanna be a chick when they grow. Same song in my head as it is in years. They seeing real niggas to the beat, in the schools. Rules songs by jam, a bit to the beat. Speaking of the ones that the quickest to do. Same things that never jam for years. Cause they got the show and they around their peers. 3 cheers in the turn for whatever's what. Cause I'm a representative till I'm saying the rap. My mentality, the rap will be a point of the rap. And
like the water- we have water bottles.
Step in my direction. The question for direction. I represent for inspection. If I'm jumping out, we up. Pumping beer in your ear when you hear that I'm doing.
It's groovy how I soothe you. Quite complex, or who's flex and flex. Reasons, please. I'm fed up. That explains the way I display. Anytime I do, laminate with the lyrical truth. Who's on the fire? From the desire to get this right cash stretched out to the riot. Fire. I'm famous, there's a flash of sight from the teacher.
This is Shaggy.
So all the time, like, if there's something that has my reflection in front of me, you're sitting there, I'm like,
What kind of music do you guys listen to? You like rap?
I like everything. Yes. You put anything on, I will sing, dance to it. People watching the front, like they're holding it on.
Well, there's yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, you're all right here. It's all pretty.
That's what it is.
But the mic turns off, you okay?
Oh, you want to talk to Mike? My bad.
Late now. Oh, yeah. Came back out now.
Oh, you want to talk to Mike? No, Mike's muted. Well,
When you
I'll be gone to the 23rd. Michigan, well, the 12th, come back on the 23rd.
You never know. The radio or?
One more, then we'll go back into it. y'all? This your boy DJ Private. It's a Sunday Soul Show. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing good today, man. I know we're having a great time today with Shay and Duke in the building. The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Dun, 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 dun. Not just like, you like, look, man, my name's Duke. I'll talk to you after the show. Okay, but I had a question. So, y'all work together?
Nope.
Okay. So I thought you guys were still working together, like I thought you hired them or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, how do you do when they work?
She promoted him.
Years ago.
10 years ago.
He could have been general manager by now.
You never know.
Hey, I had hope for Bart, man.
Yeah, nope, we don't work together. We definitely have separate jobs, and that's our time away from each other.
That's
For
what
the
I'm
most
thinking.
part, yeah, so he's a shipping manager, and I am a special projects manager. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Now, they don't ever, because I know you said that you guys do everything together, but there's never been a time when you be like, hey man, just go away from me, or you,
Oh, yeah, yep,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely. So there's special times, like he'll go visit his family. I've been, on work trips a few
Right,
times that
right.
I'm about to go on another one. So, yeah, and then there's other times where we'll just go hang out with friends or something. He's really close with my cousins too, so they're guys. So they'll normally go do something,
Right.
hang out, swim, whatever the case may be.
Here, come back with hair braided?
Homebody.
Homebody.
Came back with a do-rag. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, came back with a do-rag and I was
came
like,
back with a do-rag.
You walk in the house like, girl, make me some food.
Of course, it's like, yeah, we'll take good care of him.
We got Duke covered. Go on, kinfolk. Go on, kinfolk. We got
Don't
him.
even worry about all that.
Come back with a 40 and a do-rag. What up?
I like 40.
I like 40s.
He's like, I just drank one this morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
he-
baby, how do you know her? Like,
We work together.
oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
so
right.
I wanted to have a good married couple on, and they said they was cool for coming down, so I
Uh-huh.
appreciate y'all for coming down.
Right?
Well, that's what we say the show's all about. It, like I said, it's not just about someone, an artist out here, because we bring anybody on the show. Honestly, as long as you have something positive to say,
Yep.
whether it's about community, whether it's about your job, or selling stuff out your house, whatever the case is, we like good people who want to come on and share a story.
Right.
I mean,
Awesome.
because there's so many radio stations out here that only bring on celebrities, only bring on activists, only bring on. It's like, man, it's enough of all
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's like, let's bring on real people.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we have so many like local talents that come in here, and it's great. Like actually getting to know how they grew up and all that. And then I also love that we get married couples like yourselves, because we get an insight on how different couples do different things. I
Not
know
every couple's the same.
not every couple
Right.
is the same. They
Absolutely.
all go through their own struggles, and it's not easy either. Like it's very hard
Yeah.
to be in a relationship and stick with that relationship, especially if you love that person. You gotta make it work if
Yeah.
that's what you both want.
One important thing that you said there is that all relationships are not the same.
Yes.
And that's exactly what we go by. What works for others don't work for us. So
Right.
we do not care what you think about
Mhm.
how we interact with each other and what gets us through our married life.
Right.
And that's exactly it. We shouldn't be trying to fashion behind who does what in the relationship. It's most important what's going on in ours. So
Yeah.
Yeah, people's
I
attitudes
agree.
be different. Like myself, I'm a DJ, so I'm an ambivert. Where when I need to be in the public,
yeah.
I'm a jerk. You can ask Tyrone.
He is.
Because I can hold up. When I DJ for comedians, they know, don't mess with DJ because I'll come right back at you, I'll give you a SpongeBob song and you want to come on act stupid. But when I'm at home, like me and my wife, I sit there and watch the Food Network. And, we
Yeah.
watch like a Million Little Things. That's like our favorite show right now, Million Little Things and stuff like that, because I'm like, really, I'm a homebody. I only be out like this when I have to be, but I'm at home.
Yeah.
We can sit there and not even talk. She'll be doing her little games on the phone, mind games or whatever on the phone, and mental games, whatever.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like just watching CBS. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look, she's cooking again. Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's different. You know what I mean?
Everything
It
different.
is. Yeah. Everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
Yep.
So now we only got a couple minutes left. So couple questions. Favorite movie?
Of all time? Straight out Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Okay.
That's same for both y'all, or?
Oh no.
I'd agree with him right now.
Straight outta
Yeah,
Compton.
that's a
You know
good
she
one
like
to throw out
Jason's
there.
That is a good
You know she like Jason. Yeah, come on. Picture him.
That is right.
Favorite TV show?
Oh, anything ratchet. I'm definitely.
Oh, okay, wait. What is that we were?
A murder mystery.
So anything ratchet like Love and Hip Hop,
Absolutely.
Basketball Wives.
Oh
yeah,
my
okay.
God!
You love
Do you watch Growing Up Hip Hop?
You watch Growing Up Hip Hop?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
I
God! I
love
love that show.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love that show. Speaking of
doesn't matter.
Straight Outta Compton, you got what is his name? Little Easy's. Our
Oh, yeah.
Easy's children
Yeah.
on there.
You mean Easy E?
Easy E.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Look,
I'm
we gonna fight
And
afterwards.
It's because they
Little
call-
Easy.
Come on,
No, they call his son. They call his son Little Easy.
Yeah.
And he's
Oh.
on there.
Yeah.
On the Growing Up Hip
Yes,
Hop.
I'm
Yeah.
Growing Up Hip
Oh.
Hop.
Yep.
I thought it was his girlfriend.
I thought he had a daughter.
Yeah,
And
he
he
has
has
a
a
daughter
daughter.
Yeah.
on there too.
She's on there too.
Make her a little easier.
And did you see the way she was talking to Miss Deb?
Yes, I
And the
did.
brat?
Yes, of course we did.
I was like, no, she didn't.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Like, I
Miss
cannot
Deb-
believe she's really acting like this with
Miss Deb
them.
is that's she's Atlanta's.
Oh, that's Waka Flocka.
gangster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Walking
don't mess with Miss Deb.
You don't mess with
family.
her.
Man, so it's been great, man, having y'all
Yes.
on, man. Again, to the world, man, this is Shay and Duke Simpson. The Simpsons were in the house. We definitely appreciate y'all coming through, man. And y'all are our family now, so y'all come by anytime.
Yeah, anytime you want to come on and talk
Definitely.
about whatever, it just like I said, it doesn't have to be about marriage. It can be about whatever you want to talk about. You know, like encouraging,
Yes.
you know, kids, you know, or
Inspiring.
Bring your daughter.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, bring her through.
Oh yeah, even talking about like I
So
said, you
I
know,
just want to tell everybody, don't be a contributing factor to what's wrong with the world.
there you go.
Very
Yeah,
good. I love
thank
that.
you.
Bye.
We definitely love that. Appreciate
Yeah.
that, man. For real. Hey, y'all stay tuned, man. We got London the Rapper in the house for our next segment, man. Thank you, man. It's your boy, Big Baby.
DJ Private
And Certain 602.
and DJ.
DJ Unique.
I do it better. I do it better. And Hermana's in the building. Can't forget Hermana. Thank you so much.
That was awesome. Thank you. We we're gonna set a picture by the
We'll take a picture with everybody who comes.
You might make it big someday, you know.
Oh, perfect Sunday.
Very nice
Nice meeting you as well. Thank you.
What's up, Casey?
Thank you.
The battery is going on. I'll be back.
Hey, guess what? Everyone sit up there.
You can say
Darnell said you got a clean cut.
Oh yeah, all get smoothed out, man. Every week. So Darnell, you need to get a smooth face.
Did you end up staying for a while? Last week?
Why is my battery going low? I got the charger in.
Yep. That your charger or what? Your charger messed up? That's what happened to that pad earlier. You go live out here. All I do is log in. Huh? I can log out. You can log in. Huh?
No.
man. It ain't my face. Now ain't nobody calling Big Baby. My phone. Dang, she might look bad. I don't play. The boom mic. Yeah.
You gotta go through the door, huh?
No, you don't have to. What's up, man? Good? Go for it. Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, DJ Prime. It's the Sunday Soul Show. We got Sterno 602 in the building. We got Big Baby in the building right here. DJ Unique on the 1 and 2. We got a special guest right now, man. You know who she is. She don't need an introduction, man. Her name is London, the rapper. What's this?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's this here?
Who's that? All right.
London, the rapper in the house.
All right. Man. So where'd you get your name? What's the name coming from? Is that your real name? Is that, how did you come up with that?
Well, it's funny.
Who's this? Who's this? Hold on.
Oh.
Say so, you say so. That's the betrayal right here.
That's that new joint right there, man. None of the rapper. There he is.
Why you putting it out? Gotta wait.
No, man, I had to.
Is that fine? Is that fine?
This follows the man, but he don't get no props. The streets play these boys like some plots to a play. I I tell my lover through a song, but he don't hear a word that I say. He is still living this is real shit, no Play-Doh. He needs his money and he needs it fast. His daddy's in jail, so no one to ask. Would he float or would he sink? Good boy, gone bad. Let's get to the cash. So what you think? What you think? Yo, real talk is sad, man. We gotta wake up. There he go, on that betrayal. He do what he do just to get that yayo. Do anything less than a peso. Do say so if you say so. There he on that betrayal. He do what he do just to get that yayo. Do anything less than a peso. Come on, say so if you say so. He got jealousy in his heart like never before. His cousin he truly adores turned into a house. When he thinks about it, he fall to the floor. 6 months he got money, but he needs more. He tried to plan, people calling him poor. Money, power, respect is what he truly adores. He shook his hand with his best friend. He knew him for a baby, so he knew him back then. He hooked him up with a Houston plug. Introduced her to the bay, a bug that he couldn't shake. It went left, so which put his friend underneath the rug. Looking in his eyes, you a cold thug. Yo. There he go, on that betrayal. He do what he do just to get that yayo. Do anything less than a peso. Do say so if you say so. There he go, on that betrayal. He do what he do just to get that yayo. Do anything less than a peso. Come on, say so if you say so. He looking in the mirror. He don't recognize his own self. He looking clearer. He see his father in the reflection. He's headed in the wrong direction. He praying God for his confession. Forgive me, I learned my lessons. He did so much dirt till his soul's hurt. Hoping that it won't be too late. Bullets being straight to his fatality. This is a game of chess. What position do you play? You a soldier or a king? Sky's the limit, you can do anything. And that's real. You can do anything. There you go. Let's get it, yo. There he go, on that betrayal. He do what he do just to get that yayo. Do anything less than a peso. Do say so if you say so. There he go, on that betrayal. He do what he do.
I love going the second time.
Do anything less than a peso. Come on, say so if you say so. Say so, say so.
I like that.
Yo. All the way from Phoenix, Arizona. London, the rapper.
There you go.
I had to do the right intro, man. You know, I just had to.
Did you produce this on your own, or did you have like producers on this? Like, is that all you?
Yeah, I actually had somebody produce the beat. I wrote all the lyrics to it.
Dig it.
Yeah. It's funny. It's a story about a boy I grew up with, and how he had a decisions to make. You can either go bad, or you can go good, and that's the ending of the story is he went bad, you know, but at the beginning you do have a choice,
right?
So but write that song to get people out of that situation, to say you can win,
right?
And if you go that way, if you go that way, this is what you're gonna get,
right?
And so the person that you wrote this about, where is he now? Does he know that you wrote this pretty much about him, or how did that go?
No, I never told him.
Okay.
Yeah, I never told him. He probably would have a shock about it, He's still in that life, He's still in that life, and I really don't want to put his name out there like that.
Okay.
But yeah, we haven't seen his what he's gonna end up to be.
Okay.
Was this a life that you were in as well, and you actually made it out, or?
No, I never was in that life. I have a lot of family in that life, and I tell stories,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I tell stories. I always wanted to get away from that, I don't never want to do that,
A lot of people don't understand or realize that London the Rapper's been in the game for a minute.
Exactly.
I mean, she was a youngin' when I first DJed with her. I mean, back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, she really was. She was like,
Really?
Yeah, she was youngin'. She had fire then too. You know what I'm saying?
So how long you been in the game?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I mean, I started rapping since I was 4.
Mm-hmm.
I started recording when I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's go back. Let's take it back, and let's say, how did you come about the rapping, and where did your name come from?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go from there.
Okay, London. That's actually my real name.
Okay.
So my mom, this is funny, my mom, she used to want to travel around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, I'm going to name my daughter London. And she got a couple of more kids. She named them London, England, China, and Zaire, which is a country.
Okay.
Country in Africa.
I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what made you like, okay, I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, and how did your music come about? Like through your experiences, or?
I've been a rapper, you gotta understand, I've been a rapper since 4.
Mm-hmm.
So in like preschool, I was rapping.
Wow.
I always had that's the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 3rd grade, that's the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And so my name was London at first.
Mm-hmm.
But, I said, well, that's the rapper. So I said London the rapper.
Well, it had to come from, what I'm saying is it had to come from somewhere. Like, you started rapping when you were 4. So what music, like, what were you actually listening to? Like, who were your inspirations that you heard? You heard them say, hey, I like his flow. I want to start rapping
right.
like
Like,
them.
what inspired you to go to that?
Okay, this is funny because I don't like the B word. I don't like saying the N word.
Mm-hmm.
But my first rapper that inspired me, I was a kid not knowing Too Short.
Oh, okay.
Right?
From the
But
Bay.
Too Short.
Oh man.
Let's Too Short.
You know how bad he
Black.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey, Cocktails is my joint.
That's what I'm saying. Hey.
We might need to play some.
Yeah, we're going to play that here.
I don't even get away with that here. I'm just
We can't
saying.
do that here. Okay, I'm just saying. But I like the song. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
so Too Short. Are you from?
I'm from the Bay.
Okay, gotcha.
But let's get it straight. I love Tupac. That's the reason why I rap now is because of Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
I love the stuff that he went through and how he expressed himself, his storyline, his lyrics, his everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
And this is your mom here?
Yes, my mom,
Okay.
my manager.
Okay. And how did
Momager.
right.
That's what they say.
There you go. And what does she think about your music?
She loves it. She's a big
Okay.
fan. She's a big fan. She likes it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my family is a big fan of my music.
Mm-hmm.
They can appreciate the music because I can rap to kids.
Right.
I
Right.
can.
And plus, you're selective about your music too. You don't just put out anything. I'm saying just because it's like a trend. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't notice that about you. I mean, like I said, ever since you're young, when I first DJ'd, when you were young or whatever, you didn't put out trash. You know what I mean? You was very selective in what you did.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you put out a track every month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of trying to say right there. You got a good head on your shoulders. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I
Yeah.
That's
appreciate
very
that.
good.
And like I said, there was a lot of bad promoters we went through back in the day. You know what I'm
Yeah, a
saying?
lot.
We lost contact with each other for a minute. You know what I mean? Because you got some shady promoters out here. You know what I mean? But she still kept it. She kept going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She let us stop her.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dig it.
And who have you worked with so far that you maybe want to give a shout out to, or who do you want to work in the near future? Like, is there someone that you may like, and maybe like a celebrity that inspires you? You were like, dang, I wish, one day I'd love to work with them.
Maybe J. Cole
Oh, okay.
or Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar.
I don't want to work with Sade.
Okay.
Hey, she was bad, man. I'm sorry.
Cold.
Mm-hmm.
She was on coke every day, but she was bad. She was dope.
Oh, she was.
Oh yeah, she was drugged up every day. She even talks about her life story.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, because it was to take her away from all. Because a lot of people don't realize all the stuff she went through. You know what I mean?
Oh.
With the manager and all stuff like that, she went through some stuff, but she kept it going. I mean, she still looked good after all them years.
She do look good.
Wow.
Yeah. She look better than some of the 20-year-olds out here.
She a sweet taboo.
Yeah.
So how old are you? How old are you now? Since you known her when she was little, right?
Yeah, like I said, she was young when I first met her. She was young, and she got on that mic, and it was like a seasoned pro. She didn't people all around. She didn't get scared or nervous like that. She just went out there and did it.
Yeah, we did some Black History Months
Mm-hmm.
and positive events in the community. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
So,
It was good.
I mean, your inspirations, such as like Tupac, and you want to work with J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, my question to you is, what do you think about these rappers out now?
Right? Nowadays, yep.
Very good.
That's true.
Yeah, but, oh, well, no, that, she got mumble rap the response.
Right?
I really don't have nothing to say. You know, they're doing their thing. You know, they, you know,
You
they're
get real on here.
consistent. They're consistent on what they do. You know, you got to give it up to them. You know, so.
I mean, they got their own niche. It ain't like we
That's
like
what,
it.
That's
It
what
ain't
we
like
calling it?
I mean, honestly, I don't. Like I said, I play the new rap and stuff because that's my job. But honestly, I don't like it. You know, and back in the day, you knew when you had a 98 BPM, everything was, you know, in that BPM range. You can mix whatever. But nowadays, you get a 98 and a 98, and they don't make no sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, like you get a Drake and then you get a little Yachty, and they're both 98 BPMs or 100, whatever the case is, but none of them match. They
Yeah.
make no type of sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what?
Yeah.
We can't even get music to people. All people want to do is kick back and like grind each other and stuff like that. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
it's like, come on, man. We're here to make people dance.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
old school hip hop all day long, man. Pop,
Yeah.
Biggie, you know, the NWA, all that.
There
man.
you go.
KRS-One, yeah.
KRS-One, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, dig it, man.
Well,
So,
well, I noticed like 5 years ago, I would go to the club, everybody have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go to the club now and you be jamming, and then they put another track on. You like, dude just said, what do you say? You want to you want to do this, you want to do that, and just not even on beat no more with it. So I understand what you're saying.
but do you
Yeah.
find
It's a
it
bit-
hard?
Yeah.
Do you find it hard now, like wanting to make it in this rap game? I mean, it's just seeing. I'm just gonna say this, is just my opinion. Just seeing the trash that they're putting out now. Like, do you even still want to like make it, or are you just doing this now because you love it?
It's like what Nikki had put a post up, and she said, you know, it's not fair that she's putting up all this work. She's writing it down. She's doing this. You know, like what artists do. To be like, have somebody that just was like rapping and not making sense, and he's higher than her. He ranking higher than Nikki.
Right.
Yeah, because some of these female rappers got some dope tracks. I'm saying, like, to
Well,
dance
they
to,
do,
like,
yeah.
I mean, Megan, you got Nicki, you got Cardi, you know,
Yep.
you got some rappers out here with some dope tracks and dope beats. It's just you start getting into, like, you know, some of these male rappers nowadays, man, it's like, dude, I'm sorry, but you trying to give a life story and it just sounds sad. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it all sounds the same.
Exactly, you
That's what
know?
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a little baby, and there's
Yeah.
little baby, and then there's another baby somewhere.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, A Boogie with a hoodie, he put out some dope tracks. A Boogie
Yeah,
with
I
a
do
hoodie.
like that. I do like that.
I ain't gonna lie. Any kind of track I put on A Boogie with a hoodie, it's a dope track.
Yeah.
You got some solid beat. You know, you get people. I was doing a Glendale Community College this past week, Tuesday and Wednesday, both days. I knew when I threw on A Boogie with a hoodie, everybody got up. You know what I'm saying?
Like him.
Yeah. Or, you know, but some of the other stuff right now, like I said, you know, it's like rappers think about what you're putting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They try to be conscious, but yet the words are stupid.
Right.
I'm just saying, you know, put out with, if you're worthy to be stupid, at least put some dope beats to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do
I'm just
something.
saying.
Do
you
something
know.
with your
So
life.
when you go to the studio, I guess what kind of like inspires you? What is your music mostly about? Is it about your life? Is it about just? Can you explain that?
Random thoughts.
Yeah, random thoughts. Like what?
It's about my life basically and what I go through, and then it's about like what my friends go through, or if I you know, it's about people in the hood basically, you
Okay.
know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever I'm feeling, you know. I write a lot. I'm a poet as well, you know.
Nice.
So when I write something, I write something in a journal every day, and I turn that into a rap.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eventually it becomes a rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm inspired by Stevie Wonder,
Oh.
I said Sade, even Al Green, Marvin Gaye, because they storytellers,
Yep. Yep.
and that's what I am. You know, when you hear my music, I want you to paint a picture. I want to paint a picture so you can see it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
I want you to say, okay, I put on London track. I feel like getting out of my situation. I feel good about myself. Versus whatever everybody else is trying to, you know, not
Right,
everybody
yeah.
else, but you know, what some artists be about, you know. So
And that's what you want other people to feel when they listen to your music.
yeah,
Dig it.
Yeah, because a lot of rappers rap about the game, but they never been in it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they've been around
Yeah.
it, surrounded by it. You know, they some little, you know, Hollywood Hills type play. You know, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden they like the biggest out here. I'm like, man,
Right.
you
Hey,
cry over a paper
fakers.
cut.
Fakers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's faking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Posers.
Yeah. Yeah.
trying to steal what we went through. I mean, you can't do that, man.
And another thing, I don't like people steal people's music too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that going around where they steal your lyrics and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And
Have you come across that?
there's a couple of artists that took some pieces off my music,
Wow.
and I was feeling a certain way because we're at a certain level where you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna sue you.
Right.
You got nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's just that's a struggle.
Still selling CDs at the parking lot.
Are you on Are you on YouTube? Are you Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube and Facebook. London the rapper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all around.
That's London Del Rapper or
DA.
London?
DA.
DA.
Rapper.
Okay,
Okay.
I
I
got
gotta
that.
get it.
That's why I pulled over now on
Yeah.
YouTube.
London
Okay.
Del Rapper, guys.
Yeah.
DA.
So
And it's
Yeah.
space. It's London and space DA space rapper.
Yeah.
I like you. You're really soft spoken. Like you're just kind of chill.
Thank
Like,
You know
she's
what I
not
mean?
what you
Yeah.
expect
No.
of a
Oh,
rapper.
till she gets behind the mic and
Because
gets more.
listening to her song right now, you know, she had a lot to say, a lot of words, you know, like a lot of deep, you know, thoughts. And talking to you now, you know, you're very soft spoken, you're very chill, like so that's cool.
Thank you.
Do you have any
Appreciate that.
events coming up, like anything?
Yeah, I have an event in 2 months. It's called Hip Hop at Its Best.
Okay.
So I'm getting that going.
Is that out
So
here?
That's out here, yeah. And the follow up from that, I'm doing a big event for Greatness at Its Best.
Okay.
This will be our second annual. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that event. I have one for Black History Month because I feel like a lot of people don't do a lot of stuff for Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and got the local heroes that's really making an impact in our community,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave them awards. And so it was like a hip hop and award show for like local heroes, basically.
Okay.
So we're doing that again this year.
Mm-hmm.
I must have missed my invite.
Where's my award? You know what I mean?
So I got you.
We're gonna
Where
talk
the
about
mute button
that
at?
when we
Where the
get
mute button
back.
at?
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about that in my award when we get back. All right?
yeah.
We're gonna take a break.
We're gonna take a real quick music break, y'all.
Okay.
Real quick break, man. We'll be back with London the Rapper.
DJ Unique. We got a message, man. Where that mute button at?
You good? Are we asking you a little too much? She likes that.
No, no, good.
Okay.
Much more finance. I keep coming with the half bounce, not just me. Big G full of small.
I kind of want Mama to talk.
Like we did last night, son, and hit you with the vodka. See, I made up my mind when I was
There we
17.
go.
I ain't getting no married than a wedding ring. I'm being married for life, so there's the one. Finally got the rehab stuff.
Is there a song that you want him to play for yours?
And I'm not too short, baby, coming straight from
The Ghetto.
The Ghetto?
I put it back
You
on
got
the
that?
fat bag of
What's
weed,
that?
'cause
She
I
wants you to play the Ghetto.
Go to get him.
can't waste the day, now I made my point so you can like that.
You redid it?
While I spit this rap.
What was that?
Your song?
When I was
Oh, no.
No, she's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, she ain't
I
got to
thought
get
about
him.
your song. Yeah.
in the right situations. You want to write well, that's a nice occupation.
Thug
To get served when you
Magic.
know how you wanted food. There's
Thug
always
Magic.
like
Oh, Thug
back in high school.
Minute 38.
Get the young girls. I used to be broke and had a messed up curl.
They call me Megatron, just didn't tell it Dawn. He got my jealous on, and I get my jealous on. I feel like I'm missing. He just came out of prison. He talking shit, but he ain't got a pot to listen. My name is Nicky M. I'm on a sticky pens. That means candy apple, but I'm body is just trend. That is a 50 fact. I'm with 100 blacks. Oh, this is cut the late. Kinda tell us, give me that. Feel love, baby, feel on me. Pull up if it feel lonely. Feel love, baby, feel on me. Pull up if it feel lonely.
Are you, you're from Phoenix, right?
No, I'm not from the Bay.
Oh, from the Bay, okay.
She's from Oakdale. Oakdale. Right down the street from me.
Right? So how long have you lived in Phoenix?
About 10 years.
Okay. Okay. What part of Phoenix do you stay?
I stay in Phoenix. I started off in Maricopa.
Okay.
Maricopa first.
Yeah.
Then Avenue.
DJ Unique in the mix.
West side?
West Side, yeah.
One more, then we'll go back into it. Yeah, Oakland don't be nice right now, man. All the homeless out there in Oakland right now.
Oh, yeah, it's real bad.
Man.
They in shit. They in shit.
They living out, I'm talking about tents, mobile homes, vans, it don't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying?
They're still like scraping, like still stuck.
People keep talking about San Francisco. The block, man, ain't nothing like Oakland. I'm sorry. Oakland is bad. It's bad, bad.
But you ever been to Stockton? They said Stockton is worse.
I'm from Santa Clara, San Jose. I was right down the street, you know what I mean? Then I went to LA and we were later there, but I was born in San Jose, Santa Clara.
I'm from LA.
My grandma moved to LA, and
Okay.
that's where the rest of the time, but I was born in San Jose, Santa Clara,
Okay.
which is like 15 minutes from Oakland, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes from San Francisco.
Francisco, yeah.
I'm all over the place. Unfortunately.
That's where you have most of your fun at, huh?
I was born the son of a bastard, you know what I'm saying? Just let go and give it away at 2 days old. So, hey, that's what it is. Not anymore. It used to be bad. 90s? Used to be like the rolling 40s and 60s. You didn't go to no neighborhood at all.
Yeah. I know not to go to watch. When I go there, I don't go to watch.
Nah, just make sure you got a gray car. Don't drive red, black, or blue. People don't know. I'm like, no, make sure the car is gray. Don't take white either.
Oh, you said the car?
Yeah, the car you're driving. Make sure it's like gray. Don't take white, red, black, or blue.
Yeah, okay.
Really?
I
Yeah.
was just going about my jeans.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, DJ Private. It's the Sunday Soul Show. We got Certain 602 in the building.
What?
Big Baby's in the building. DJ Unique. We got London the Rapper. She want to play a little track right here, right quick, man. Let's see what she got here.
What's this one called?
This is a cover. This is a cover. On Tupac.
Doug's Mansion. We got a place. We got to go, right?
Yeah.
Got a place. We got to go.
A place to spend my quiet nights. Time to unwind. So much pressure in this life of mine. I cried times I was contemplating suicide. But when I held that knot, all I could see was my mama's eyes. Nobody knows my struggle. They only see the trouble. Not knowing it's hard to carry on when no one loves you. Picture me inside of misery and poverty. No man alive will ever witness struggles I survived. Praying hard for better days. Promise to hold on. Me and my dogs didn't have a choice but to roll on. We found my phone spot to kick it. Where we could drink liquor and no one pick us off a trick. A spot that we can smoke in peace. And even though we G's, we still visualize places that we can smoke in peace. And in my mind's eye, I don't see a place where players going past. Got a spot for us all so we can ball and thug match. Ain't no place I'd rather be. Chillin' with homies and family. Sky high, iced out paradise in the sky. And thug match. Ain't no place I'd rather be.
was that cover right there, Doug's Mansion by London the Rapper. She in the building right now, y'all. If you got a call, question, comment, whatever, just want to say what's up, 623-332-0175. Give us a holler, y'all.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
So that,
Get together.
Very
Get together.
I'll tell you.
that was very dope. So what inspired you to do that song? Can you explain that song, please?
Doug Mansion was really about I don't know. I like the words of suicide. I used to go through that, and I had a young girl that used to come to my events, and she committed suicide, and so that's when I started releasing. I released that cover, and I was really, it was really sad. It really did something to me. I didn't know her personally, but I know she used to come to all my shows and stuff.
Wow.
She killed herself.
Wow.
That's what I put out.
Wow, that's deep, and unfortunately, that's really big nowadays. Like a lot of kids nowadays, even adults, go through that. So it's good to know that you are speaking on it. You're speaking. I guess that's, to me, I get that you through your rapping, that's how you kind of express yourself. Because talking to you now, you're so quiet, but when you listen to your music, it's so deep, and so it's very inspiring. That someone else can touch you like that and inspire you to do a song on it. So that's really good. So props to you for that.
It's also good that the kids, or youngins really don't pay attention to adults so much.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, y'all raised back in, Beach Street days and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Or, y'all back boys in the hood, Ricky back in the day. But when they actually hear somebody that's young, spitting them lyrics like that and basically telling them, I know what you're going through.
Right.
Then it kind of pays a little more, to the heart, instead of us, like, go to your room and clean. It just doesn't make no sense. And when you could be like, hey man, why don't you go clean up your room right quick? We'll go split out and get some burgers or something. It means a lot more, or it's more impactful coming from somebody around the same age, or even a little older, to relate to them, right? You see that happening out there?
Yeah,
like that, you touched that young girl, right?
Yeah.
And she touched you because you actually paid attention to a fan.
Yeah.
Right? Because you didn't have to. Like I said, you know her personally, but you knew enough. This young lady committed suicide, and it touched you, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Most musicians don't really feel stuff like that. They don't get connected to people like that. Just because you don't like say hang out with them all the time, don't mean that their life means less to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Feel that? That right there makes a lot of sense. It's so crazy because a lot of these celebrities don't even know the people that they're touching in the lives that they're actually changing.
Yeah.
Right.
People out there that actually need their help.
Exactly.
But it's so, back in the day, celebrities actually connected with their fans. They're not doing that these days.
At all.
It's all about the show and the flash.
Yeah.
All about that money they're getting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So London, what kind of advice would you give someone that's wanting to be a rapper or wanting to do, what you do? You've been doing this since you were 4, so if anything, they look up to you. And what kind of advice would you give someone?
I would say, look in your soul. Write every day, but look in your soul and feel it. You gotta feel it. You gotta have a passion. When you gotta be emotion. Like if you're having a bad day, write about it. If you happy today, write about it. Just do it from the soul and be consistent and keep on doing it. But then do your research. Look at the history of rap. Look at some real good rappers and try to be that. Don't try to be the next young guy over here that really don't know what he's doing. That's popping right now because he just popping right now. He may not have longevity like Pac or Biggie or DMX. So yeah, and another thing, try to make an impact. Try to make an impact when you do rap, because people's listening, people's hearing.
And it's like all music, man. Because like this morning, I was writing in, and I listen to a lot of old school when I come in and stuff like that. And I was listening to Temptations, the song "I Wish It Would Rain." It was actually about this cat named Roger Penzadine. He actually wrote, the song "I Wish It Would Rain." It was because of a girl he was seeing, and she ended up, stepping on him, and he committed suicide. But that's how the song actually came about, because you know what the stuff he felt. Yes, he wrote another song too, somebody love matter or something like that. But I mean, that song specifically was because you know he got stepped out, you know, on his girl.
Situation.
Yeah, and you know that tore him up. And like I said, a lot of people don't realize that when y'all rap and write and stuff like that, it's about life stories y'all going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, people, that's just, they don't realize it's life stories that you guys putting down to paper, and then you know put a beat and hook to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, you know, when we hear rappers or just musicians, listen to the story.
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't know, someone could be crying out. I mean, it could be top of the game, making multi-million dollars, but yet they're depressed. Yeah, depressed and really trying to, you know, get a handout. I mean,
Yeah.
So, we've introduced people to London the Rapper. Okay, let's learn about London. Okay,
Right.
Who are you when you're not London the Rapper?
she's a talking stick girl.
That is me though. You know, to be honest, that is me.
24/7. That's you.
That's
Come
me.
on now.
That's me.
Come
Like,
on.
what do you do for fun?
Yeah,
Like, just
I mean,
you.
you
Like,
gotta
do you
be-
go out with friends? Do you?
I do go to the clubs and I'll be at some poetry spots out here. I'm really just pushing like really on my music right now. I don't know. I am what my music is though. Ain't no fake about that. You know what I mean?
I feel that. No, I get what you're saying. So, for instance, like, do you ever just binge watch on Netflix and Hulu? Like
Oh, yeah,
let's
okay,
get
yeah.
deep into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I'm saying. So, what you know, I mean, let's keep it real. All them hard rappers out there these days. Come on now, there are a lot of them that can't wait to get home and watch Grey's Anatomy. Now, are you?
like, they have a life outside
Right.
of the rapping and all that.
Okay,
I was
so
watching 4 Weddings and a Funeral, man.
See
That
what I'm
man,
saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I was like,
You know what I'm
"Kid,
saying?
come on, Maya."
I mean, Downtown Abbey is my joint. So
That's what I'm saying.
So for you, what is it?
Poppy Brothers.
Hey, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, man. I'm serious. Watch that.
Do you binge watch? What's your favorite TV show?
Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
That's my girl right there.
I can't watch Supernatural, man, because it feels too real to me. You know what I'm saying?
Supernatural show feels too real.
Yeah, I mean, because
If you watch that, then you watch Ghost Hunters, you're like,
no, because see,
Don't put that together.
no, but you know what I'm saying. You know, we had them tias, you know, in Mexico that did all the, you know, curandera stuff, and you know, we would see stuff fly in the middle of the night and stuff like that. Or I saw like Abraham Lincoln's shadow one time, and so yeah, I kind of stay away from that kind of stuff.
Right?
You know?
See, I like Medium. That was my show.
Oh,
Medium?
Okay.
Medium was my
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you like science fiction?
I like science fiction.
you're a
but
Ghost Whisperer show type person.
yeah. But I'm the biggest scary cat. I ain't gonna even lie.
Ah.
So you don't do scary movies?
I do.
You do?
But I just be real scared though.
Hey,
Can't sleep at night.
we
but-
watched it, and I was
yeah.
cracking up to the whole movie.
See?
My wife's like, "Oh," she's all, "Oh," I'm like, "Funny as hell."
It's funny.
The original one was scary, but this one was
Excellent. It's got jokes.
exactly.
Right?
I mean, what'd you say, Mom?
College.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about college. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why Mom's here,
See,
right?
this is what we're trying to get at you. There we go.
Come on.
So
We're
you
gonna
go
bring
to
Mom
school.
over here in a minute.
She's trying to act all brand new here. Come on, man. Come on, London.
So she can tell us the truth.
Ah.
Hey, how was London as a little girl?
Yeah.
So what's this college thing about?
So yeah, what's college about?
You know, I go in and out with college. I actually work for Banner. I do. I do the heart. I'm on the heart like all day, every day.
Well, that's why I have my kidney transplant banner University right there down the street.
Yeah, I go to what is it, Thunderbird.
Oh, Thunderbird? Okay,
Okay.
they're good up there. Yeah.
Okay, that's
I'm
my
really
goddaughter
fascinated
was
with.
born. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got infatuated with medical. You
Okay.
know? So, but when people ask me, I say I'm a rapper tech. So.
Okay, so
See?
you're a tech. You're a tech at Banner.
Yeah.
Doing the whole EKG thing and stuff like that. Dig it.
Yeah.
See, that's what we talking about.
Okay.
Look.
That's
Look.
Girl, you holding out on us here.
Look, she holding
Like-
on us.
I'm not canceling my insurance. I got an
So-
inside scoop right here.
So during the day, she got on
I got it in the
scrub.
car.
So,
Yeah.
okay. During the day, you got on scrub.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna
Gotcha.
lie, I had 2 stents in my heart. I'm like, if I saw you there, I'd be like, hey, rapper, you putting the stents in right there?
Hey,
Right?
hey, I'm a
Rub
licensed
something together,
phlebotomist,
you
so
know.
Hey.
I'm just playing.
Make sure you tie them right.
So now, so you're into medical. How did that come about? Like, you just-
I don't like the heart is so deep.
Right.
You know,
Controls everything.
it controls
Yeah.
everything. You know.
That stops you
Brain
going.
controller.
So I had got an EKG before, and I said, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. You know.
Wow.
So, and I'm actually in school, about to be going for echo.
Oh,
That's
You go.
Yeah.
that's cool, man.
Look at you. Much props to you.
Dig
That is
it.
awesome.
So we got London. She watches Supernatural, and she wears scrubs during the day, and she rap at night. That's London.
Man.
Dig it. See what I'm saying? That's what's up.
She's a scrubbing supernatural
Supernatural
rapper.
rapper.
There you go. There you go.
All that.
There we
Look.
go. There
We
we go.
like to see that you have lives outside of the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can, you represent everybody that's out there. You know what I'm saying? You can relate.
It's gonna be well rounded, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well rounded.
It's all about being humble.
It really
There it
is.
is, man.
Yeah, because a lot of kids, you know, right now, all you hear is rap. But you up here, you know, like I said, putting on the 9 to 5, you know, the scrubs, and, you know, actually handling with life-threatening situations. I mean, it's a heart, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, what do we say to encourage these kids? I mean, to keep staying in schools, because people think that once they got good lyrics, so that they can just leave. I mean, but that's not always. You gotta have something to fall back on too.
Right.
Yeah, you got something to fall back on too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, you should be very proud. You got a excellent
Well-rounded
daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
Definitely. You gotta have
Very
something to fall
hardworking.
back on, man. Just like these athletes that go, they feel like, hey, I'm gonna do basketball all my life. I'm gonna be a superstar. But then what happens if you break your leg?
Yeah.
Right.
Or football, like, you know,
Yeah, Food City. Paper or plastic.
Wow, and that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I'm glad that you were definitely well rounded, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That let us know that you real. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
So what should be your advice to the youngest, man? Just something. I mean, something you can tell the
little
youngest, stay
kids.
encouraged. You know what I mean?
I would say, you know, keep going to school. You know,
First and foremost.
Definitely.
yeah, first and foremost, go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Do your music and do your career. Do them both. You know, you can be a jack of all trades.
That's right.
You know, it's money time, it's success time. So you gotta have your success, and you have to write your goals and have it out. You know, if they need some help, y'all can hit me up. You know, I'm like a mentor as well. You know,
Girl, you're over here. See what I
Going out,
mean?
bro. Like straight up.
So tell us how to get in
Honest.
contact. Tell everybody how to get in contact with you, because it's already like 2 o'clock, but we're gonna go a little more. But tell us how to get in contact with you, so people
Yes.
can to reach out to you. I mean,
I got a website, www.londontherapper.com, and then all my social media is londontherapper.com, and that's DAtherapper.com.
Okay, and then your future events coming up. Are those going to be posted? Like, how do people find out about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
there's
on
that
the
VIP seat because I don't see regular seats.
Okay.
I need VIP. I need bottles.
I need that bottle of wine.
You need
and
the
cheese.
I need bottle service.
you want the green
I
M&Ms?
need my own waitress.
Uh-huh.
A soft, comfortable chair to sit in.
Recliner.
See, I am that person. I'm losing that way.
So if there's any organizations out there that are looking for young motivational person, you got
Right.
London the Rapper here.
Yeah.
I mean, come speak to schools or, you know, community events and stuff like that. You got London up here.
Yeah, we got
Anything.
one. Definitely. So,
Is there anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah.
You know, shout out to shout out to my mom right here.
The mama
She
June.
always supportive, my family, shout out to the fans. You know, shout out to y'all for having me, and definitely you know. Yeah, I love you, man. Like you for
Same
real,
here.
like you real deal, you know. For real.
Yeah, you thought I forgot about all you did and where you're from. And man, please, come on. I'm going to follow you for a minute. Just because, like I said, I can tell people, you know, just because we don't stay in contact all the time, don't mean that I don't know who you are. Don't mean I don't know about you, think about you, and pray for y'all and stuff like that. I do. It's just, you know, we all got busy lives. Like, people get mad at me. Why don't you come to my shows? Comedians, I'm like, okay, you realize your show is on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, or whatever. I DJ.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I do. Besides, you know, through the week, I'm well, when I wasn't injured or my kidney transplant, I was a technician. So, you know, I'm aware going to buildings, Intel, stuff like that, working. But on the weekends, that's my job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sit and miss my G just to, you know, give you $10.
Right.
I'm sorry. I
Right.
love you. I'll support you. I'll
Right.
live feed you.
Right.
But, you know, you ain't feeding me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll watch you. I'll watch
Food
your
on my
retakes and
table.
everything else, but I gotta feed
Uh-huh.
me and my family. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Like I said, I'll support you, you know, any way I can. And if I'm not working, yeah, I'll go check you out. I mean, whatever the case is. But don't act like, you know, I don't pay attention. Like
Right.
like London, I ain't seen her in a minute. But guess what? we got back in contact. And I knew about her songwriter that he is. That was a new track coming out, right?
Yeah. You know, you always show me love. Every time I see you out there, you show me love. You say shout out and everything, and I respect that. You know,
that's the thing. You know, like I said, I
a
feel
lot
like
of DJs out here they don't do that.
Yeah, I tell people, once I call you fan, bro, whatever, then that's what you are. I mean, if you decide that I ain't that to you, that's on you.
Right.
I mean, because that ain't on me. If you don't hear it from my mouth,
real.
it ain't being said. You know what I'm saying? It's just be real. I mean, I'm DJ Private. I've been the same way from birth. And that's all I can be. That's what I say. You know, I bring people on the show. I support greatness. I don't just bring anybody on the show. You know, people come on to it, but as far as supporting, you know, like I said, we've been going overtime for the show. But it's all good because, you know, what you had to say is really impactful for everybody. I mean, not just the youngins, but I mean to people like, you know, older people like us. Because it teaches us, like, damn, she well-rounded. She a technician, you know, especially dealing with the heart. She do rapping. She try to motivate. Some of us, you know, we can barely get up in the morning, you know, and turn on TV. Because we give up so much. But when we see youngins like you, because we hear about youngins giving up all the time. There's what just 2 days ago, whatever, that 17-year-old shot up 10 people, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Out there in Omaha.
Yesterday, huh?
Yeah, just.
Well, that was in Texas, wasn't it?
No, there was another one. It was, I forgot what was that, man, but you know what? Because he was mad with 2 people at his school, went and shot up 10 people. They were having like a football game or something like that. He's went and shot up 10 people because he was mad at 2. Yeah, I mean, it's like, come on, man.
It's just that.
You know, you hear that all the time. Then you got people like you motivating, you know, saying, you know what? You can be what you want. Be a heart technician, work in a hospital. You can still do your music. You can still do stuff for the community. You can go out. I mean, that's the kind of stories I think we need to shine and focus on. I mean,
people need to hear that story.
Yeah,
definitely.
Appreciate it.
That's what's up.
Thank you guys for having me. I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
You are definitely welcome.
Again, LondonTheRapper.com.
Yeah, she announced it.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Everything the same, London the Rapper.
London the Rapper.
Well, on Facebook, it's like LONDONDU or something, right?
Yeah, Facebook was trying to mess me up. You know?
Yeah, it's spelled just a little different on it.
Yeah.
Type in London.
London.
And you have to,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. My family, appreciate you coming out.
Definitely, you are welcome back anytime.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Had a great time today, man. Definitely, man. And,
next time, maybe get your mom on the show, talk about being a manager.
Yeah.
I mean,
gonna say more than 2 words next
because
time.
it does take, like I said, it takes strong women to raise strong kids.
That's
not just women, but it takes strong women to raise strong kids because daddies don't do it all the time. They don't get all the credit for it, but still, we know that a lot of times it's the strong woman that's giving them the kids to, you know, excelling and moving up, right?
Yeah.
So big shout out to mom.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's the Sunday Soul Show.
Yep.
London the Rapper. Big Baby.
Yeah.
Son of 602. Hermana. DJ Unique. Take us out, man.
Have a good Sunday.
I didn't want to take the show off.
Stop. Come on now.
I have questions for you. I was like, waiting. Next time.
When I'm in the house, when I think about when I see you out, when I feel like no doubt it would be easy, but it's hard for me to let you go. Baby, don't. I'm better than your ex, gonna be better than your next. Baby, screwed up, so you better be from Texas. Can't shoot it out.